guys, Zale Automotive Reviews, and I just want to thank you guys for coming to the channel. I have the most utmost gratitude. Remember, share, like, and subscribe. Today we have here the Grand Wagoneer. And as you can see, it has that awesome glass roof. Jeep just can't stop teasing all the new Wagoneers and the Grand Wagoneer SUVs. After years of waiting and promises, the reborn Jeep SUVs are officially set to debut, most likely in advanced concept form. This Thursday, September the 3rd, along with the production-spec Wrangler 4xe plug-in hybrid, not only will the Wagoneer and Grand Wagoneer allow the brand to compete in a high-demand three-row SUV segment, but both will be a leap forward in the luxury department. Jeep is aiming high here, and with competitors such as the BMW X7 and the Audi Q7 in mind, it's a bold goal, no doubt. And it'll be very interesting to see how buyers respond. But until then, Jeep has released what could be the final teaser images, which shows the vehicle from the dorsal view, as well as a shot of the interior, an event covered in chrome. Let's take a look at that. Definitely nice. As you can see the dials. And this is a front picture of the Jeep. And you can see the dials, the engine start-stop button. Definitely nice. The back end, if you can remember the old Model 2 as well. You know, so it has a lot of stuff to carry over in order to keep the tradition. Returns. And so September the 3rd is when we'll see more of this. However, it's the roof image that really stands out about this SUV. Now, the roof image that has caught our attention because it clearly shows not only 3 rows of seats, but also the fact that the entire thing is made of glass. An all-glass roof will definitely be optional, but we won't know for a few more days. Rather, it's a standard fare. Although the glass is a bit darkened, we can see clearly make out the 2 second row captain chairs and the 3rd row bench, thus sitting for 6. 7 passenger seating is also possible if those 2 second row seats can't be swapped out for a bench. This image also proves Jeep will offer 2-tone exterior colors options. In this case, the SUV lower body is painted white and the roof is black. What about the wood paneling? Just like the original Grand Wagoneer. And if you guys can remember the wood paneling, let's go back and let's visit some of the old pics. This rendering is definitely nice. You can see the captain chairs from here. Let's go back to the older model with the wood paneling. I don't know how that's going to come across in the new model, but it'd definitely be nice to see. Definitely be nice to see. Now, as we look at this and tend to focus on this, the Grand Wagoneer is very unlikely that the wood paneling will be coming, and that's why the special editions exist. And this was like a special edition, so I don't know what they do with the wood paneling. That's a good, a good thought. Let's take a look at the interior. The old interior. I can remember these, HVAC systems in the old cars, if you can remember this. Yep. September 3rd, folks. September 3rd. Set your calendars. Now, it's important to know that the Jeep Grand Wagoneer isn't a stretch Grand Cherokee, but instead rides on the same platform underpinning as the Ram 1500. 2 versions will be offered, Wagoneer and the Grand Wagoneer, with the latter obviously being larger. They'll boast an independent rear suspension along with the Ram's e-torque 3.6-liter V6 and a 5.7-liter V8 engines. A naturally aspirated 6.4-liter Hemi V8 is also expected, and all the engines will utilize a ZF 8-speed automatic transmission. All-wheel drive will be standard. Hybrid and plug-in hybrid variants are also likely. Though they may not debut this week, Jeep isn't wasting time with its new SUVs, as production for both the Wagoneer and the Grand Wagoneer is scheduled to begin in the second quarter of 2021. Folks, this is going to definitely be nice, folks. So it's a lot to anticipate with this. Now, it's going to be coming next week, and aside from the Ford Bronco and the Ram 1500 TRX, the next most exciting reveal in 2020 will be the Jeep Grand Wagoneer. It's been a long time coming, though, with rumors circling the auto scene from before 2014 to now. Nearly 7 years later, we're finally on the verge of seeing a new Grand Wagoneer. After several teasers over the last few weeks, Jeep's confirmed we see the new Wagoneer on September 3rd. But of those who are getting excited over the prospect of a new three-row SUV, you'll have to wait a little longer. This is because next week's reveal will be of a concept version of the Grand Wagoneer and not the production version. So this makes us seriously question Jeep's tactics, as the Grand Wagoneer alongside the standard short wheelbase Wagoneer are set to go into production next year, with a release date in the second quarter of 2021. Jeep has also announced that it will reveal the Wrangler 4xe plug-in hybrid at the same event, with several teasers for the Wagoneer also being released lately. Jeep has kept the specifications for the eco-friendly Wrangler a tight-kept secret, but we know it will go on sale in December. At least we know a few good things about the production version of the Wagoneer range. The Grand Wagoneer will share its underpinning again, as we said earlier, with the Ram 1500. Now this stretched out SUV is going to make use of the independent rear suspension, as well as the e-torque, which we talked about earlier. And we're also looking at a V8, imagine or not. And it's going to have a ZF Source 8-speed automatic transmission, and of course a hybrid version, which is mentioned back in 2016. And it's going to be most likely a 48-volt system that goes with the Ram, with the range of the engine options. All-wheel drive is going to be standard across the range. All we ask is that Jeep cut the teaser videos and shows the real thing. But hopefully we'll be seeing that September 3rd, folks. So there's a lot of anticipation going on. A lot of anticipation. I mean, boy, can you imagine, folks. Just bringing back the heritage of the Jeep. Now, the date is set, and countless luxury SUV shoppers across America have all been waiting for years. And for FCA has selected that date for the reveal of the all-new Jeep Wagoneer, a full-size body-on-frame utility vehicle. Of course, it's going to be competing against the Cadillac Escalade, rivaling levels of opulence. And boy, oh boy, the luxury to SUV grill, and promptly followed earlier this week with new teaser videos. Now the video was just 15 seconds in length. Showed moonlit city skyline that takes the shape of an SUV, frontal profile with the words "the shape of premium returns" superimposed on top. And you can see that too as well right in this picture. It's an interesting teaser from a brand that more often than not ties its image to the rugged off-roading adventure, not plush strolls through sleek urban centers. We expect that the Jeep Wagoneer and the Grand Wagoneer to have at least some off-roading clout, with a certain configuration qualifying for brand's trail-rated badge. But if this teaser demonstrates anything, it's the actual primary intent of the forthcoming model line: to poach customers away from the likes of Cadillac, Lincoln, Range Rover with a comfortable, well-equipped city cruiser. The Jeep Wagoneer and the Grand Wagoneer would slide above the Grand Cherokee in Jeep's lineup position as Jeep's sole offering with a 3-row sitting. So, the Jeep Wagoneer, of course, we all know what it's going to be riding on. We also know the engine options that I mentioned earlier. But boy, the Grand Wagoneer, especially with a truly opulent experience, is going to have a large price tag that could push it past $100,000 with options on the higher trim levels. Production is set to start roughly a year from now in the second half of 2021. And frankly, it's about time. We've been waiting for the Jeep Wagoneer and the Grand Wagoneer to arrive ever since the rumors first started flying nearly a decade ago, folks. And boy, oh boy, is it awesome. It's a great SUV. There's some great things coming our way. Some great cars coming our way. You guys, this is AO Automotive Reviews. Thanks for watching. Remember, share, like, and subscribe.
If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and subscribe for more interesting videos.